Today, you might find your happiness while traveling. Perhaps after a chance encounter or a serendipitous meeting. People find each other in different ways. What's the difference in that? Except that in addition to a valuable acquaintance, you may be left with some unwanted bruises. Try to pay attention today to the fact that people around you make decisions and act based on proven facts and knowledge, not on unfounded assumptions. Today, it won't be easy for you to understand what your loved one expects from you, especially their intentions and goals. Many of their serious words or requests may come across as jokes to you, hindering mutual understanding and effective interaction. Today, you might find it challenging to convince people of your correctness. Don't bother trying. Just act according to your own judgment, and they will acknowledge your being right later on. Today, your loved one might struggle to navigate through rapidly changing circumstances, feeling like they are on an inflatable raft in the middle of a stormy ocean. You cannot calm the elements, but you can certainly assist in steering the raft. Excessive worrying typically leads to premature aging. You already have enough on your plate, so why burden yourself with someone else's concerns? Focus on what truly matters to you. Don't forget about your past love today, even if you desperately want to avoid thinking about it. Nostalgia might flood into your life like a powerful wave. Be prepared for such an invasion and think of ways to cope with it. Break away from your usual routine today. For example, if you normally have breakfast in the kitchen, take your plate to another room. By doing so, you might notice something quite interesting that you've never seen before. Today, you'll have a strong desire to surprise and delight your loved one with a thoughtful gift that perfectly matches their tastes and desires. Your attention to detail will be highly appreciated, and your loved one will be immensely grateful for your kind gesture. Today, you might find it challenging to control your own tongue. It's not that you'll stumble over your words, quite the opposite. You'll need to keep a tight rein on it, or it might get you into trouble with excessive chatter. Today is the perfect day for taking stock of your relationship. It's an ideal time to reflect on what you and your partner have achieved, what prospects lie ahead, the ups and downs you've experienced, and whether your relationship should continue. It's more beneficial to evaluate things together, as it allows for a more objective perspective. Today, pay close attention to whether your conversation partner truly understands you. There's a significant chance of encountering challenging situations due to a lack of clear communication on your part. Today is the perfect day to choose a gift for your loved one. It's the day when inspiration will strike, and you'll understand what they need, or at least what will please them. Unfortunately, this inspiration will be short-lived and will evaporate by evening, so the stars recommend seizing the moment. It's possible that today you'll give your consent to something you'll regret later, no matter how much you may want to do it. Weigh all the pros and cons. Perhaps you'll change your decision. There's no need to worry excessively about your loved one, or paint frightening scenarios of their present and future in your imagination. Yes, following this advice will be challenging on this day, but it's necessary to preserve both your nerves and your partner's. Today, the gap between having an idea and realizing it could significantly shorten. It won't last long, so make the most of the moment. If you don't have your own ideas, borrow someone else's. Today, the stars recommend spending the evening watching movies. The quality of the films doesn't matter much. The key is to experience all the screen passions together. Laugh at the blatant absurdity of the plot, or get upset about the actor's poor performance. It all depends on the movie. Today, You should listen more attentively to what others are saying, and not hesitate to admit your own mistakes. There's no virtue in stubbornness. Today, it's best not to make overly ambitious plans regarding your future with your loved one. Everything will work out differently from how you imagined it. So, to avoid disappointment, try to go with the flow. It might turn out better that way. In matters of love, today, you'll have to take on some responsibilities. However, it's not as daunting as it seems, especially since you can always opt out of them. Today, your loved one will need to attend to a couple of urgent matters, so they might not have much time for you for a while. Don't take it personally, and avoid pressing for attention. Once they've sorted things out, they'll be all yours. Today, the domino effect will work in your favor. Apply minimal effort in the right direction, and the rest will fall into place on its own. Today, your loved one will tell you something truly astonishing, but seemingly unattainable and incomprehensible. Therefore, it's best to take their word for it and not attempt to verify the accuracy of their words, even if it raises some doubts. Today, you should exercise maximum caution. Carelessness will cost you dearly, even if it doesn't pose a direct threat. Let the trouble you manage to avoid in the early part of the day serve as a warning.